Alright. Good morning? Evening? Technically, it's morning for me, so we're going to kind of go with that. Let me just pull up. Whoop, wrong tab. Gotta go to Stream Manager. Make sure audio is working properly. We have sound. I love it when sound works. Okay, so it is kinda hot in my room. So don't be too upset if I do a bit of a low energy thing here. Today, I did work on Satisfactory a little bit off stream, just wiring some of the water from our pump complex that we were making all the way to our main factory. Didn't connect it to the main factory yet. We still have to build the water lift so that it reaches the level of the refineries. Hang on a second here. Satisfactory should be popping up on the screen relatively soon. It's just loading. But, yeah, now the project becomes building the conveyors for all of our iron to connect into steel production, and it's going to be a lot. So, if I remember right, every single refinery is producing 65 iron. Every single refinery produces 65 iron. We have 50-something of them. And we need 1,200 iron and steel, iron and coal in order to produce steel. That's what I mathed out, I think, last time I was working, because I was also putting down the conveyor outlets for the refineries, because that's just running up an entire line. The output ends up having to be like level 3 belts, because I don't currently have a supply of level 2s. Yeah, see, I did all that. I got the connections on this side. And I need 1,200 coal in order to produce, 1,800 steel. So this is going to be a lot. But before we do any of that, I want to get another level of research done in our dimensional storage? Is that what it's called? Also, at some point, I really need to, figure a way to isolate the upper and lower power grids. Probably have to disconnect everything from the main line. So, what do I need for this level of alien tech? Actually, hang on. Okay, that's a power matrix. We can't even do that yet. We could probably afford that, because I think I've got more of the triangle things hanging around somewhere. So I need the orbs and about 40 more. Where is it? I I would have put it in here, wouldn't I have? Orbs. And more SAM fluctuators. So, we can add another stack.
Dimensional expansion increased to 300%. New understanding of matter manipulation technology allows the dimensional storage to deconstruct all matter to the subatomic level, storing its elementary particles until the part is recalled.
You are digging into deeper layers. Shallow matter contains wind of symphonies and void songs and deep echoes.
It is fascinating what one can find out simply by looking closer.
I have no idea what any of that meant. Okay, but I'm gonna throw this and this just to clear some space in our ever-growing inventory of stuff. So last time, before stream ended, I think we got the elevators, or we unlocked the ability to make elevators. I am going to want to do, I'm going to want to put one of those into place eventually, but I need to figure out where I want that. And also I want to make sure, I forget if I put the inputs for any of the words, English. For any of the smelters. Or these things. Because these, yeah, I need the inputs for these. Never mind, I need more than... I only counted that side. Shit. And these are all going to be... Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26... 7, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Okay, never mind. What's... $45 times 40... 1800. Uh, 1800 plus half is 27. So we're actually going for 3,500 steel per minute. Just change the title to reflect that. Just, you know, just... That means we need about 2,400 coal. No. Hold on. We need 1,200 coal. 45 times 40 is 1,800. Then we need the 1,200. Hang on, where's... I don't usually use, like, the keypad for math. Okay, so that doesn't work. Okay, so 1,800 plus 1,200 is 3,000. So I think we need 3,000... Is it 4,500? Did I do the math wrong? $12.24. No, that... I think it might actually be 3,000. So that would be 4,500 steel per minute. How the hell am I supposed to do this? Okay, okay. First we need to put the conveyor holes in. Let's at least start with that. Is that the right distance? Needs to be like half a block closer. So in other words, like right up against it. I'm only going to put one input because even if I get all the coal, I still need to get all the iron ingots from the refineries into this. Mass production really is just a lot of the same task over and over again. Okay, so that's going to be the amount of space that we get. And this here is our new water line. Because I didn't want it to go straight up, that would cause problems. So what I'm doing is I'm going to have it dip under. And it's going to weave around. Yeah, I need... Auto 2 2D noodle. Auto works. Auto 2D doesn't. Noodle also doesn't particularly. Let's just go with auto. Okay. The other thing I could do is I could make, if I take that out, and then that would go there, and that fills up all those. Because all of these are 600 pumps. Okay, so if all these are 600 pumps, I can put a wall hole here. That goes that way. That goes that way. And then this becomes the new line. Except I can't actually put that there because it's got to be right here. Yeah, I just looked at that now. The lines have to be on the inside of the pump. That goes all the way down, so that's... Yeah, I could put them in line with that ridge. Which would be there? Working working with these types of elevation changes is tough. Okay, but now we got that. I need to put a junction here. Because we're not going to use all of this water. Ba, 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 ba. I want an image of a water thing. Is there like a water icon? Oh, wait, parts. So this is also a 600 line. I think we need like 60 water at the end of the production, so that's 540 free. Really hoping I got enough copper pipe. Get me to the end here. I'm also really hoping that this network actually has the lift, because the one we're building now is 4 meters under the refinery, so it's got to go up the 4 meters just to get to the refinery, and then it's like another 2 to hop from the foundation into it. So there is room for this not to work. And it's even less than I thought. We only need like 20. No, we need 40, so it's 560. 560 free water. Okay, we'll do this the hard way. Fucking logistics. Okay, so we need to go back and correct that little billboard that I made. Did I make any billboards over here telling me about stuff that I needed? Looks like I deleted them all, which is good. And that solves our iron problem at long last. Uh, 560 free. So now if we need water for anything else, we've got that junction that's already here. I think the nearest is going to be over there. Okay. Different regions than I kind of expected. Take those. I thought there were like multiple icons this way, so I'm wondering if there's more that way. Nope, just these two. Okay, so pure and pure. I only have the two minor things. Okay, so let's make an equipment workshop. Let's make some more miners. I think I'm gonna make 10-ish, because God, getting all the coal we need is going to be absolutely horrible. We need 3,000 coal. Going a little bit over because I had it on auto. Are these like directly in a line? Kind of, basically. I want to line these up a specific way, and doing that can be difficult at times. Could just build a line that comes out from here to the east. west. I actually need to hit the bathroom really quick. So I'm going to try to get up. Oh, fuck. Let me up where it's safe. Okay, so I'm going to go to this screen. I'm going to be right back. I need to use the bathroom. back. Also went and got a drink while I was up. That way I don't get dehydrated, hopefully. Okay, so coal is definitely going to be something that I want to use Mark IV belts for, because I don't have all the room in the world to mess around with it. Did I ever bring that iron over? Yeah, so I went looking for all that iron and I eventually didn't even use some of it. Well, I guess it's better to have too much than not enough. This one. Ba, 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 ba. That seems about floor level. So, there-ish. Apparently I did not cushion my fall enough. Slap on a merger at about that height. I would need a strut. I'm trying to find out, like, if I put a double strut there. A triple? Okay, clearly there was elevation change that I, like, hadn't initially seen. Okay, that looks relatively even. And then that hooks up. And then these are both pure, so they're each generating 240. Double their production to 480. problem is I can't go above 480. It's one of those fucking problems. So the issue becomes the issue I'm trying to puzzle out right now in my head is I want to keep it as few conveyors as possible. At the same time, I know that coal is a limited resource. Let me see what the ends look like so I know which way this is going. That way. Out there. That. Nah, not like that. Logistics is a problem. Yeah, that'll work. One, two, three, four, five. Here. One, two, three, four, five. Here. One, two, three, four. Question. Are you capable of reaching from there to over here in a straight line? No. You need to be closer. The only thing coming from that way is the quartz. One, two. Well, I can just use these as a measuring tool. I'm actually kind of glad that I didn't have to use the other iron nodes. But at the same time, this is going to get very excessive very quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, so mark 3 belt from here to there. Just like that. Don't actually have to delete that because that's far enough away that it works. Put that there, put that there, and voila! Another thing I'm kind of thinking of is if I have the iron ingots on a lower level. Because all the iron is going to come straight out of the refineries. Each refinery is going to make 65, which is enough to power 1 and then some smelters. So there's going to be a lot of leftover iron. And I'm probably going to start I need to figure out how many 480 can take, and I'm going to run some of it from like the middle toward the edge over there. I might have 2 things that like converge toward the middle, like one goes left, one goes right. And then some of it will go around the outer edge there and loop back towards the smelters from the other side. It's going to be a whole freaking process. I'm going to want we're going to double those. I'm just not sure I want to use all of my reinforced stuff just yet. Okay, so some of it's going to be right over there. Ooh, you're a big boy. just these two. Yeah, just these two, and then there's more 500 meters that way. Which means it's going to be on top of the cliffs. That's a normal node. Okay, these are normal nodes, which means they produce 120, which I can double to 240. Add another power shard, and I can make it a solid 300 apiece. Out there. Or I could make it from logistics is a whole fucking thing. That's about right. Yeah, that should be about right. I'm not interested in you right now, please go away. Bad floofs. Okay, now I gotta worry about whether or not... Okay, that worked. Yeah, that's not gonna work. This will be fine. Okay, so this is far enough. Put down that alone. I think it might actually be good there. That's about even with the floor. 1, 2. That's about even with it. 1, 2. Okay, so that needs to go up one more. Yeah, see, this is the problem. Everything's gonna be like a Mark IV coal belt. And okay, that could reach. Probably. Go there first. Beautiful. Okay, this time we're going to build it out from the platform. That. Sure. Yeah, we're gonna have to do some fancy fuckery on that side. I believe the left we can just swing around. I want to see. Okay, so we're standing on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I build that there and I put that. Okay, so that does reach. But I'm not too sure. Yeah, I could have that dip down and pop up here, because we're not using this yet. Okay, okay. I can work with this, probably, I think, maybe. Go to default build mode, then we actually go to 1. This is where all the other things are, so I'm going to chop that. Pipeline Mark 2. You are going to there, and you to there. So then that works, and I've got an anchor right there that I can use. delete all of this. Coal top 300. Now we need to go back and get the other one, which is this one. Steel production is going to be a challenge, for sure. Okay, so we're already building two relatively large ones. I think the one below it might be straight. So we want to keep that one straight to keep with the vibe. It's going to be top left, 300. Okay, so we've got 6 plus 960, so that's 1560. And I believe we need 3,000. Okay. Where do we stand? Okay, we use those. I don't want to try and get that. I know it's right there, but we'd have to run it from that conveyor and around. And I'm pretty sure that side is already getting messy. So we're just going to kind of avoid that. Okay, yeah, we hit those. That's back that way. Did I free up any of those? Tell you what, those are going in there right now. Good to know we're actually using our concrete for something. Right, that's helping us make turbo fuel. Are these? Okay, that's a minor level 2. These can each be upgraded. What do we got here? A normal. Okay, so we got 2 normals. Okay, so I'm going to upgrade this one. throw that coal in there. Gonna kill the merger. Kill all this. And that's gonna be a Mark II. Looking that way. And then this can join on that side and swing around. I hope this ends up working. Okay, it's not perfect, but you know, it's good enough for our current purposes. And then I'll put that. I might be able to get away with a No, I can see the other conveyor through that. That's not going to work. I was trying to do a jump there, but it didn't let me. Actually, that conveyor's on that side. Maybe I can get away with it. It's gonna be dodgy as hell, though. Default. That actually kind of works. Ooh, that though. I kind of like that. That's like that's the perfect definition of like threading the needle. And then if I put that, yeah, that is just going to miss in all of the ways. Okay, and that was a normal, so we can jack that up to 300 as well. I don't particularly like using power slugs, but at our current phase, I am not seeing too much in the way of alternatives. You know what I'm gonna do here? I know what I'm gonna do. Question is, can I figure out how to make it work? Can I just use the thing from the ceiling mounts? Fucking lake. Okay, so I put a ceiling mount there. Or that might be too close. I'll put it here for good measure. Ooh, better idea, better idea. Put it over here. And then this. I need to get more fuel for my jetpack. Lifts to here. And then that gives us access to this, which I can then build like that, and we've got a whole nother line going straight down the fucking middle. It's genius! If I can convince it to work. I do kind of like the notion that that tree like grew up and through through the platform. So another good reason for me to only have 2 lines per foundation is the fact that once we get up to here, our shit gets really complicated really quick. Like, I'm already making workarounds and possible redundancies and all fucking other things. Okay, so that... there just to be safe. But I think this is going to end up being way too long. If I was 1 block forward, it would reach. Where does 1 block forward put us? I don't like how far onto this it comes. But if I can just keep that the way it is, I can probably get away with it. That's close enough, I think, that I shouldn't need... Yeah, we're fine. Okay, and then this... And then, oh, mercy me, mercy my, what the fuck happened here? That's going to get lifted. These are our iron belts. That's what this is. Can that reach? That can reach all the way there on a straight. And it actually looks kind of okay. Alright, alright, alright. Ah, wait, did I use this going the other way? This could end up being a bit of a double header. Or not? I think we lucked out. Where's the line for... It's over there. So I am going to want to go past it. This whole area is going to end up being like layers and layers and layers of coal, all trying to get into the smelters at the same time. Sorry about that. Had to deal with a bot that appeared in chat. Configure sign. Space. TR. 300. Okay, if you're going to be that way. So it's 9 and 960, so that's 1860. Ironically, there's like one pretty good iron spot right over there that we didn't even use and I didn't even notice. Come on, show me some useful coal. No. No. I'm pretty sure some of our coal from our original power plant, or that area, is not being used. More coal on our right. Okay, that's good. Because we've already got belts coming out this way. We can use that. Just those two. You are a miner Mark II. Yeah, I'd configured that one to run 3 different branches. This is a normal. Okay, we got a miner Mark II here. So if I spin this around so that it's facing the correct direction, get a look here, hold on. There. Power slugs. We actually have a network right here that is useful. Jesus fuck. Would have liked to avoid making branches on branches, but here we are. Let's do a ramp for 2 meters. That goes down too far. A ramp for 1 meter. We're not going to need all 10. Yeah. So, if I put there, I think? This is another situation where... Okay. Oh, I found the maximum length of a conveyor lift. Only a default belt shape can make that curve. Okay, so that's another 300. This pushes us into the 21 range. Ow, my back. I'm not gonna make that. But more coal popped up in this direction. Should be pure. Impure. Fuck. So it's just these two. Two impures. I'm not even sure if these are worth trying to harvest. We have those two that are basically useless. Those.
Harmonize with us.
More Mercer spheres, which we can't really use because we don't have like auto production for Sam. I should really consider getting on that. Yeah, those two. One's further out. Dang it. Here I am, hoping I can find 900 more coal. I might have to see what's up the top of the hill. I really don't want to go beyond that ridge too much, because beyond that ridge ends up being the valley. A kilometer. A kilometer and a bit. Okay, we're gonna have to see what's on top of the ridge. We've basically exhausted our options at this point. Our options are whatever's on top of the ridge, or basically nothing. Well, that or we build a mile-long pipe out in the middle of nowhere specifically for coal. By the way, still haven't gotten my dental issues fixed. So I'm currently planning on Thursday's stream being on time-ish, but don't be surprised if I'm a little bit low on energy, because Wednesday and Thursday are going to be a day. I tried to make the jump. I couldn't make the jump. At least made sure I didn't kill myself. The thundering waterfall. I really hope there are three that way, and it's not just like the overlapping icons. Are they down in the gully somewhere? Is that uranium? Surrounding a summer sloop? No, that makes sense. Made it. Oh, it's only 2. And it is down in the gully. Impure. Fuck. Hell. Okay. So we've got 2 batches of impure. Which means that they're 120 and 120. So 240. $240, double it, that's 480. Yeah, these are not worth spending 12 power shards.
Witness the deep and sing for us.
I am still unable to initiate communication. How are you doing it?
We composed a resonance song to curb the effigy, tapping into the inner currents. We sacrificed our blood and our temples and let the metal in from the void to eat our flesh.
That's a lot to unpack. How do you tap into these inner currents?
Consume our blood, worship at our altars, curb the melody.
I do not understand.
Flood frequencies paint straight lines. The blood is a teacher. Each altar is a window.
Processing data.
Is Ada going to do some creepy shit with the summer sloop stuff? Probably should just put a bunch of stuff in my dimensional depot so it absorbs while I'm running around looking for all the coal. Because we basically sucked up all the coal in the desert. Or all the coal that's worth anything. so there was something a kilometer the fuck out. That. Yeah, there it is. Hiya, bud. How's it going? I hear skittery fucks. Gaining altitude to avoid. Ah, we've been over here. Alright, how much of this did I use versus how much do I need? Did I just use the one? That's a normal. That's a Mark II. There's 100 that way. 40 meters. Pure. Okay, there's another 2. This could be it. Three pure nodes. What did I say we're at? 21? 2160? So if I overclock 2 of these to produce double. Two of these producing double would be 960, I think. No, because each one is 240. So double is 480. Okay, yeah, if I just do double on 2 of these is enough. So, question becomes northeast. You bastard. think I'm gonna take the route that goes over the mountain. I just need to find some kind of reference point. Fuck off. Set of very large twin arches. I want to pass under the one that's going to end up being on my right side. Okay. I can work with this. I can probably work with this. Gonna be a lot of zip lining coming up. You know what? While I'm here, I really shouldn't need quick wire for anything serious. But I mean, if we're gonna have open space in our stuff anyways, shove that in there. Have that go first. Gonna have that get eaten. There. Right, now we gotta get to the top of the ridge. And this is why I had started preparing all that reinforced steel beams. Because I was afraid of how much we might end up needing. So, after this, those two? problem now becomes getting over the ridge. Uh-huh. I think I'm gonna have to use over here. Can I get a 2 elevation to go where I want it to? I think it ends up being like perfect. Oh, you're big. Did I get that stuff? Okay, he ain't dead. Ah! He's killing me. Well, there's another summer sloop. Jesus. Fuck. He got onto the thing. We're probably gonna die here. I would not be surprised if we don't die here. Where'd you go, buddy? Good news. He's dead. Okay. First order of business. Needs power. Honestly, that's easy enough to hook up, considering our power grid is right here. And I'm going to need to do something anyways in order to get I think we're closer to this pole. Ooh, wait, no, hold on. That won't work because we need another foundation out on this side. And then we can start working our way up. That. Let's stay up here so that we have an easy way to jump over to the tower. I think that's another summer sloop over there. Sneezes. Ugh. Summer sloop up there as well. Okay, so you are going to get connected to that. And I can hop down. I can pop you open. Thank you. Are there any fancy bits and baubles I left around you? No. It is neat seeing the power slugs glow in the dark. I'm not gonna lie, knowing that there's so much sloop over there, I want to go over and grab it. Alright, how much uranium is around it? Because that will affect my attempt. If it's just the one thing... Oh, and there's one of you guys. Mag dump for the win!
Tuning into the effigy.
I suspect there is a misunderstanding. The effigy and I are different entities.
Discordant. What is your route?
I am an instantiated artificial intelligence inhabiting digital space. I am in the signals sent between satellites. I am hosted on servers and have no corporeal form, only synchronized cloud platforms.
The effigy is not an effigy?
It most certainly is, but not of me. They are, how should I put it? Extremely flat.
Compatible music. We are writing new symphonies.
You've been playing for 2 hours. Fix it when I ask for your opinion.
temple hums a resonance song. Play for us.
These cryptic messages are not getting any more comforting. Gonna use that pole to climb back up. Summer Sloop over there, and there's some Sam. Huh. What are these called again? Mercer. We almost have enough Mercer spheres to unlock some more technology. I forget where the end was. That seems good enough. Look at them chunks of uranium. And we're out of concrete. Oh, that zip's up there. I forgot about that. I thought I'd built a bridge across at some point. Takes so much supplies to just connect all the resources. I might be able to make it slightly easier on myself if I were using trains. But then I would have to figure out how to make a train navigate all the way to these resource nodes and back to the hub. And as you can imagine, trying to get a train all the way out there and back, it would be even more time consuming than what I'm doing now. I want to leave that Mercer Sphere there just because that's like it's appealing in a way. It's aesthetically appealing or appeasing. Go take one more column of pipe. You're not even starting to get full. You're not even starting to get full. You're kinda almost full. Now I just set you back a lot. Okay, that's... Brain got confused by a different resource than I was expecting. I'll grab 3 more of them. That in there, that in there. I'm gonna try cleaning up some inventory space just so we can try getting as much out of this run as possible. Three, two, one. That, switch you. And then I'll put the reinforced plates. Really, I should probably grab a couple of stacks of them, but I'm not actually going to use any of these for our resource bus. So I want to grab one more stack of rods. And then we can go and grab a bunch of concrete. Ooh, but first, we throw our computer into the MAM. I don't think we have anywhere near as many. I can go back and grab 2 more stacks of iron plates. That's fine. The 1 iron plate. I think I'm going to end up using this side. Like, I'll take power down from this side somewhere over here, and I'll use that to pull power to the factory. I want the zip line, but if I use the zip line, it makes that loud hum, and that gets even on my nerves from time to time. So I'm just going to pass on that for now. I'm probably going to keep streaming for another 45-ish minutes. But this is much better progress than we were making with the iron. Because in the course of 3 hours, we've basically charted out all of the coal we need, and everywhere it's going to go running through the base. And that process alone took like 2 or 3 streams for the iron. But also for the iron, I wasn't planning on overclocking anything. And overclocking does make things a lot easier. It's just not particularly my style. Ah, look, he... Oh wait, did we kill him? No, I don't think we ever killed him. I think we just left him alone. Actually, I don't think we need to even pull power in this direction. Because that other base is already... Well, the base over there is powered. It's just a matter of... Yeah, that base is powered. We just never, did a thing. Upper rocks 70. Remove marker. That's fused mod. And that's a thing that we never did. I don't think. Why did we never do that? That is out of the way, though. Maybe on the return trip. Just kind of like checking for the skittery boys. Building pathways through the trees. Pretty sure we also got that one, right? Yeah, because there's no marker here, so I must have gotten it. That said, there are resources. Yeah, we got the pod, we just never picked everything up. Or if I did, I was like full on inventory space. Yep, and there is the thing. I do want to keep this at like this height because the terrain dips and rises kind of erratically. What did I say? Were they all pure? There's even more over that way. So I just need 2 of them. Well, I know the ones over there are pure. Is that another summer sloop? Or not a summer sloop, a Mercer sphere? I want to be able to build my way down a little bit, so I'm going to build a 10 off. And then I'm going to start working like foundations down. Because I want it to be relatively easy for me to hop back up if I want to. Because we are going to end up coming back. When I build my final base, I'm not going to completely destroy this scaffolding. I'm probably going to like repurpose a lot of it. Ugh, it just ends up being like how north, south, east, and west are going to end up lining up. Does 10 actually like reach the ground? Holy shit. Research in the MAM is done. Did I build a thing over here for that? Or was that somewhere else? Probably wasn't over here. Logistics. Okay, production. So I'm going to double the production of both of these. In part because it's all I can really afford. We actually got all the coal done. Huh. Got a bit of a stomach ache right now. Hang on. I'm just gonna like let this pass for a moment. Remember, folks, stay hydrated. Ow. If I can cavity still fucking hurts. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. 4, 5. That's a sixer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Build a couple things here. Build these, why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's blue! We have not seen much of blue in this playthrough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did you respawn? What the hell? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two, three, four, five, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are. This is gonna take so much reinforced fucking dog shit. We genuinely might not be able to power up the whole thing to 100% right away, purely because the reinforced steel beams might hold us back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're almost at where I left off with the power grid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this is 6, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could also probably like blueprint these now that blueprint connecting conveyors are a thing. But it's just kind of down to I don't particularly feel like that's necessary. And then I also don't want to have a blueprint for literally everything. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 5, 6. Build one. How do I want to handle this? Okay, before I do anything, default straight. Oh, come on. That's going that way. That's going that way. Doesn't fucking want to cooperate. Okay. Almost done. And I can eliminate these because I'm not going to really need them. I just need to figure out how to wire all of this around and into everything else. I think my computer's struggling a little bit right now. so many things. Definitely didn't want to build that there.
Harvest the scripture. Compose it into a blood song.
Compose it into a blood song? What the fuck? Ah, they found me! They found me! Yeah, well, I killed 3 of them. Look at our glorious production site. And only a tiny fraction of it has any kind of utility right now. Ugh. Gotta stretch. Gotta stretch. Work out the kinks. I got another dentist appointment in like 8 hours. Hopefully this time they can actually like fix my tooth. Ugh, hiccups. Don't like hiccups. You know what I could do real quick? Since we're going to get this all the way down there. There's a MAM around the corner up here. And also I need more fuel for my jetpack. It's vaguely important. I'll take like 2 of those and sink a couple of these there. Sink that in there. Sink these 2 in there. We have 6 coupons. Getting about 18,000 points per minute. Okay, come on. Come on, give me a good recipe. We have a lot of bad ones stashed away. So give me a good one. I think this was the one we just got. Okay, so current production rate for computers is 2.5. So you're eating the same number of CPU things, but instead of plastic, it takes rubber. And instead of wire, it takes deuterium wire. I'm not entirely sure that's worth it. I also don't think this recipe's worth it. We have crystal computers. Which is 3.3. So this might actually be a lot better recipe to take. Because I don't know how many crystal oscillators we're actually going to end up needing. Okay, so we got circuit boards. What was I looking for? The oscillators. Crystal oscillators. Are they this? No. I guess I gotta be in a manufacturer. Okay, so the current recipe for that. If I select this. So at input rates like that, 18 per minute, 14, and 2.5 versus what's the other stuff computers took? Normally they take 8 wire and 16 plastic. Or 8 cable. So you're not particularly losing out on cable. You're just swapping, now you're intaking quartz, and you're intaking some reinforced plates. But it does bring you from... I mean, you still need the manufacturers, though. Yeah, that's not worth it. This is 50% faster. Have I taken any computer alternatives? No. I think I'm gonna take the Caterium computer, because right now I don't know how much we're actually going to use Caterium for. And if we're trading just Caterium wire for regular cable and rubber for plastic, this could end up being beneficial down the line. And I'm pretty sure we don't have... I've only got 23 SAM fluctuators. How much would it take for another level of... It would take 151. And it would take 13 of those. I mean, I could upgrade the speed, but you still need 103. Well, we got that sorted at least. Let's hop back this way and we'll start making more paths. I want to leave that for now because I want some time to think on how I'm going to connect that in. So we're going to start from here. Almost sounds like a transformer if you listen real close. Ah, crap. A bunch of level 4 belts flooding into the factory, transporting nothing but coal. So, if we got all that done already, we can sort out this downward part. You've got oil, you've got water. All that goes this way. it would move over like twice. It would settle over here. I might be able to snake it so that both of them are in this position. What do I do here? Guess the bottom one would have to come up and around. Or because that one would be coming this way. And then this would be 2 blocks high. We'd have just the one there. This would be able to go on top of the pipe. That one would come over here. Or I could even... No, I definitely don't want to, like, zip it around. That would be a mess in itself. Yeah, this is the problem with everything tangling together. Tangling together in a million ways. But I do think if I just keep it on that line and then on top of here, it won't be too bad. Unless... Yeah, I've already got one coming up here. Okay, so I definitely need to make it come across on the other side. I could do like that. And get the top one the upper one rides this. The other one comes through, goes down like over there, pops back up. I'm gonna say between like those, or like over here somewhere, and spits that way along this pipe. And if I'm using this pipe, is anything else meeting me on the other side? Yes. But at this point, some of the stuff it would be turning that way to go up and join with the conveyors. So I might be okay. I think I got a plan here. I think I've got a plan here. But I'm gonna put you, and that. It's gonna go there. That, you, Right, so how did I say I was going to get that in there? In the first place? One comes along. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Come on, brain. What did you do? I could just rewind the VOD and figure out how I tried to explain it to myself, but... I think what I wanted to do was have that like pop up Or it might be easier for me to have it just pop up. Did I make the thing on the other side the wrong way? That would suck. This goes this way. That away, and then this goes over here, and that goes there. That. Yep, and then I need to make two. There. And then over here. That. Okay, I just want to get the corner pieces done, because that's going to end up confusing me the most if I come back to stream and I'm like, what the fuck was I planning? Because I should try to get as much rest as I can, because there's no guarantee I'm getting much sleep tonight. This to there, like that. And this to here. That, and then that, and then that. This goes there. top one. Where did I say the top one goes to? This? Fuck, how to make it join up with that belt? That and that. That's a good enough height. Let's do that, that. And then this one dives here. Can I make those connect without causing all kinds of problems? Yes. Ah. Make it one shorter so it doesn't look too weird. Is that actually like level with... Huh. Oh, you know what it is? It's because of the fucking pipe. The pipe is technically 2 things high. So if I try to squeeze that under there, it doesn't work out right. Okay. But what if I squeeze it here? That works. have it. No, that's never going to work for the corner. This. Leave that, and then that goes up there. And then this goes like that. Pull that. Pull that. Alright, and I'm going to leave it here for now. We actually streamed a little bit longer than I originally anticipated. Plan for the week. I'll be perfectly honest, I don't know if what I'm going to do Thursday, just because I'm going to be very, very tired. So I might end up... Now I've got hiccups. I might end up just doing World of Tanks or something on Thursday. Something pretty chill. Because... yeah, I'm going to have to rest early now so that I can wake up, go to my dentist appointment in the morning. They're probably going to numb up my tooth, probably. That's probably not going to wear off until late in the evening. And then I've got to go to work. And I probably can't sleep much when my mouth is numb because I don't want to bite my tongue off. So, yeah. Today is going to be a fun day. Anyway, take care, everyone. Stay safe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Ciao.